Hey guys, Hadiatu Demboya here, and I am excited to get you on your journey utilizing AI with your network marketing business. MWR life is drastically different when you have somebody in your pocket to help you launch your business, to help you follow up with different systems, to give you ideas regarding social media. And with our team, we created something just for that. And so, in this next couple of series, you're going to be able to see multiple different videos walking you through different AI assistants for particular aspects within your MWR life business. Understand that this is AI, so it's not really like having me right here, but it's kind of like having me like in your pocket. Now, if you know nothing about me, I've been in the industry for I think 13 years now. We've made millions of dollars in the industry. I've literally been able to go to well over 30 different countries. I've trained on almost every single continent. And in this last year, I spent a lot of time deep diving in ways to make it more simple for people. And what I've recognized is that there's tons of fear, right? In reaching out to people. There's so many questions that you have along the way. And sometimes it just helps being able to type and have somebody respond right back to you. Well, the person that sponsored you into this business, they might not have the time to do that, rightfully so, right? They're growing something really big. They're making sure that you have spillover to be able to chase a leg. You'll understand all of that later. So, what is there to help you? Well, we've created it, right? And so I'm going to go through each one of the particular AI assistants for you. And we're going to start off with the very first one. That is going to be like your $1 million game planning session. And in that $1 million game planning session, you will literally be able to launch your business. Now, there's so many different ways to launch. Like you might want to launch your business by inviting a bunch of people at one time, and you taking a couple of days to get those people involved. It'll talk to you about how to invite different types of people. You might want to launch your business by you just making a couple of phone calls and you sharing a video with them. Whatever type of launch that you want to do, most important thing is that you do it. Yes. The only way that people know that you have a business if you let them know. You are not walking around with a sign on your forehead that said, I got trips. We probably aren't. I might start doing that, by the way, but you're not walking around like that currently. And because you're not walking around like that currently, it is our job to reach out. Okay. I will tell you that you are a multi-million dollar earner through your phone. But it doesn't mean that everybody in your phone is going to sign up, but they will refer you to somebody else. And so the goal is to get to the people as quickly as possible. Let me tell you the worst thing that could happen, which is what happened to me. Well, I built my first business. I had one of my cousins that traveled extensively, and I kept being like, I got to get to her. I got to get to her. I got to get to her. And I didn't. And then I saw her on the page with one of the signs saying that she had gotten started, and I wasn't the one to sign her up. And so I'm going to make sure that that doesn't have to be you. You're going to be you and don't be me. Okay, be you. Be the best version of you, not me. Because then you will be excited to see your family members come on board, whether it's now or it's later. Like I say, listen, tell me yes or tell me no, tell me quick because I got to go, and you're going to come back to me later anyway. Once you have that strength and that confidence, you will be able to do amazing things. And so the first AI assistant, as I said, is called your $1 million game planning coach. And so I'm going to show you how to load it. As you load it, we'll like play around with it a little bit. I'll do it on my phone. And so you guys will be able to see me do it real time. You'll understand exactly what it takes. You could ask all the different questions. It talks to you about how to invite different kinds of people. It's going to ask you questions and you've got to answer them correctly because that way it will allow you to personalize everything along the way. All right, so let me go ahead and pull it up. I'm going to share my screen first. So let's do that. Share this good old screen. Share screen. There she is. I was like, it said share screen. All right. So we're going to share this screen. And as we share this screen, we're going to go to ChatGPT. If you do not have ChatGPT, go ahead and download it. I'm going to suggest you pay the $20 a month. So we'll go to ChatGPT. Oh, excuse me. This cold is trying to get me. All right, so you're going to go to GPTs. You won't have all of these GPTs sitting here. This is just me. So we're going to go to the $1,000,000 game planning. Okay. And we're just going to say hello. Hello. It's me. Hello. It's me. Hello. All right. So we'll go ahead and do that. So there it is. Hey, is what it's saying to you right now. Welcome in. I'm glad you're here. I'm your $1,000,000 game planning GPT, built to help you launch, earn, and duplicate fast in travel network marketing. Hello. Somebody say hello, and you're excited about that because that sounds exciting, right? Okay. To get started, just tell me one of these and I'll take it from there. So you can say, I just joined. So then you can start a 3-day travel launch accelerator. You can say, help me launch, which will build momentum and get guests to your first exposure. You could say, build my travel contact list, create a powerful warm list. You could say, create my launch invite. It'll be soul based, and you guys will learn a little bit more about soul soon. Travel themed invite scripts, or create my 7-day plan. So, daily actions and even content prompts to get you where you need to be. If you're brand new, I recommend starting with I just joined. So, let's just say I just joined. Bam. So, once we say I just joined, go ahead and send it through. Here it is. Welcome in, congrats. You're in. This is the exact moment momentum is created. Let me move this out of the way. So let's lock in a simple winning plan. Okay. You're officially starting the 3-day travel launch accelerator. I'll guide you step by step, no overwhelm, just action. So you have all of that day. There. The day one, you're going to activate your launch. So, hello, welcome. Okay. So, you're going to choose your launch event. Your only job right now is exposure, not explaining everything. So, this is the hardest part when somebody gets started in network marketing. They feel like they got to explain everything to everybody. Like, no, I'm not asking you for all that. Okay. So, let's pick one option. If you want a private Zoom launch, so that would be you inviting some of your friends and family members, and your mentor would do the launch for you. Do you want to do an in-person coffee or small gathering? So maybe you want to invite people over to your house, or you want to do a coffee meeting, or do you want to do a one-on-one virtual demo? So if this is like if your schedule is super tight. So this could be something where you literally are going to let people see a video. You're going to call them, invite them, and you're going to let them watch a video. Now, you're going to just tell which option you want, okay, in a day and time within the next 3 to 5 days. So just remember that momentum loves speed. Now, what your step 2 will be once you decide that is you're going to claim your personal why. So this fuels your confidence and makes inviting super easy. So finish this sentence. No perfection is needed. I decided to do this because I want more. So for me, I decided to do this because I wanted more control of my life, more freedom. I wanted more trips. I wanted more streams of residual income. Here are some different examples: freedom with time, extra income without a second job, travel perks for my family, something I can build long term. So, number 2, we've got to reply with our why. Okay. And we're going to keep going. So, what's coming next? You're not going to skip ahead. Okay. Once you reply, what will happen is it'll build a travel memory jogger. So, easy contact list. It's going to help us create our soul launch invites so that we can copy and paste it. It'll help us confirm 3 to 5 guests. It'll give us a simple launch run of show you how to follow up with posture. Okay. So, like, ladies, there ain't no chasing over here. Guys, you can chase all you want. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and reply. It says, right now, reply with your launch type: Zoom, in person, or a one-on-one. Let's do a Zoom launch. Number 2, it says day and time. So let's say like January 8th at 7 p.m. And then it says your why. I am a busy entrepreneur that needs more life in my life. I also need residual income so I can help my parents out more. I want something that enables me to be me without taking away from my marketing business for athletes. Okay. So I answered 1, 2, and 3. You're able to see all of that right there. So let's see what this tells us. So it's pulling up right now. It says locked in. Great decision. Your launch is officially set. Wednesday, January 8th at 7 p.m., it's going to be a Zoom launch. And your why is powerful. Let me reflect it back so you can feel the posture behind it. So, what's nice is having a companion that will help you fully grab your why and articulate it the right way. You're already a busy entrepreneur. You love what you do with athletes, but you want more life and not another grind. You want you want residual income so you can support your parents, and you need something that fits alongside your existing business, not competes with it. You want freedom without losing your identity. If that sounds like you're in the right spot. Okay, that's real, that's relatable, that's leadership. So now let's move to day one, part two. Now, let me tell you what we've added in here. We're consistently congratulating you for doing the steps that it takes to win. Most of the times in network marketing, your congratulation only comes if you sign somebody up, but we're congratulating you because you're doing the work. So congrats. Step 3, build your travel contact list. 15 to 20 minutes is what it's going to take. So you're not going to overthink this. This is a memory jogger, not a pitch list. So travel and entrepreneur memory jogger. So write names to each of these categories. Okay. Business and entrepreneurial. Who are your fellow entrepreneurs? Who are the small business owners you know? Brand builders, digital creators, event hosts, coaches, trainers, agency owners, consultants. Athlete world, athletes you've worked with, parents of athletes, trainers, coaches, scouts, sports program admins, AAU travel team families. These are specific categories for specific reasons, so do not skip any of them. Travel oriented, frequent travelers, destination wedding attendees, group trip organizers, honeymooners, corporate travelers, digital nomads, all of them. Life and inner circle, friends who want more time freedom, family members open a side income, people who've asked, what else are you working on? Like if you're my friend, you know that that is the everyday question. People burnt out but ambitious. Now we know a lot of those. And guys, coming from an entrepreneur, we love what we do, but sometimes we end up owning a job. And so being able to see things from a different lens and knowing that you would have a team, that's exciting. Knowing that marketing material was kind of put together for you, knowing there's a system and there's leadership. That's what's intriguing to an entrepreneur when you look at something like this. So let's keep going. So your goal right now is to write 20 to 30 names, no judging, no qualifying. So don't do this. Well, I know she runs her business, but she has 2 other businesses, and I don't know if she'll be interested in that. Nobody asked you all of that. Turn your brain off and start writing down. Now, some of you guys like to take notes. I'm a writer, so I would tell you to have a new notebook just for this and write everything down in that. Okay, step 4, segment simply. And this really matters. So now next to each name, you're going to mark one letter. C is a customer, would love travel, savings, and perks. Now, you know there's some people that if you talk about business, they are done. And you're not psychic, so you don't know what it's going to be, but you have a feeling for something. H, host, would support you and show up to a Zoom. So they might not get started with you, but you know they're going to show up. They're going to be there for you. P, partner, somebody that you would literally link arms with and get this bad boy done. Your Zoom guests will mostly come from the H and the P's, just so you know, because we're going to talk about business. Now, those that are going to end up being C's, we'll make sure that they have a video that they could see, or we could even do a Zoom just for them where we just talk about the experiences and we make sure to have testimonies available. Make sense? Now, step 5, your soul launch invite preview. Okay. Here's a custom invite based on your life and your why. So, this is why your why is so important. We literally have created an invite that is a soulful invite where we like set the stage. Okay. We talk about the outcome that's going to come from this. We allow people to fully understand and engage what we have, and then we land the invite. Okay. So, you know how Oh, sorry, let me fix this. Okay. So here's your custom invite. You're going to copy and paste after we finalize your list. So, hey, Sarah, quick question. Do you have a couple minutes? You know how I've been deep in my business and athletes, but honestly craving more life and flexibility? Well, I promised myself I wouldn't add anything that took away from that from what I already do. Period. Now, you are able to break these down into separate messages, which I always am going to tell you to do because nobody wants to read a book. Guys, you know, when you get in trouble, a book is coming. Okay, so do not give anybody a book. After you send that, wait a couple minutes and say, I came across something travel based that actually creates residual income and fits alongside my current work. Not against it. It's also part of why I'm focused on helping my parents. Sorry. It's also part of why I'm focused on helping my parents more long term. I'm doing a short private Zoom Wednesday at 7 just to show what I'm building. No pressure at all. Would you be open to checking it out? This is calm, this is confident, and this is adult to adult. Okay. Your next action, and you're supposed to do this now, is reply with list done. Tell them how many H&Ps you have so far. Once you reply, we can tighten the invite. So if this invite is too long for you, we can shorten it up. We can say, hey, I want a voice note version. And then we're going to be able to send 10 invites tonight. You'll build your Zoom run of show, like how we're going to go through it. And then we'll also have reminders for everybody and follow-up scripts. You're moving exactly how leaders move. Let's keep the momentum up. So you can write list done. And then it says, you know, like how many H&P do we have so far? 22 H. Fix that. 22 H and P. There we go. So we got 22 H&Ps, okay? And then we'll do this, and then we can go ahead and we can tailor this invite the way that we really want to tailor it. So there we go. Perfect, right on track. 22 H&Ps is perfect. Now let's move to day one action. So this is our official soul invite. So it had the invite that's there. So rules when you're sending. Personalize the first name, send 10 tonight, 5 to 7 tomorrow. Do not explain more. If they ask questions, just say, it'll make way more sense when you see it. Here's an optional high converting voice note version. Hey, Sarah, quick voice note. I'm hosting a short Zoom Wednesday at 7. I finally found something that gives me more freedom and residual income without interfering with my athlete work. And it's helping me set up long-term support for my parents. I'd love for you to see what I'm building. No pressure at all. Just want to extend the invite. Okay. So what's nice is that you can just go ahead and track everybody that you're reaching out to. Here's your goal, 15 to 7 total, confirm 3 to 5 attendees, and that's normal and powerful. 3 to 5 out of that number would be great. If it ends up being more, you're good to go. We also have a reminder flow. Now let's just go ahead and do a little bit. Let's say, can we shorten the invite and have it done in multiple steps so it's not so much at once? Also, what's a soul invite? What does it stand for? So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. So it will go ahead and reassure you. Absolutely, this Smart Instant is exactly how confident leaders invite. Yes, we can shorten it and break it up into multiple low pressure steps so it feels like a natural conversation and not a pitch. Let's lock this in clearly. What's a soul invite? So soul is a simple framework so you never sound salesy or awkward. Guys, I could not stand being weird inviting people. And so I was trying to come up with a framework that made sense to me. So SOUL stands for S, set the space. So like we're going to ask permission and create safety. So like that's the quick question. Or do you have a minute? Okay. The O is to open up your truth. So share why you're moving, like not share why you're moving, not what it is. Okay. So I've been craving more freedom. What is my thing? I didn't want another grind. I needed something in additional. So it's really bringing it and anchoring it into your soul, heart, and who you are. You unveil your solution, high level, no details. I found something travel based that fits alongside what I already do. Because you do not have to say, like, I don't want to tell them it's travel because they won't pay attention. Nobody has time anymore. Okay. Old school ways to keep everything secret. New school way is like, can you just get right to it? Got it. L is to lead to the exposure. So this is a confident next step. So you tell people, I'm hosting a Zoom. Want to check it out? I want to make sure you're available. Are you coming? Okay, the multi-step short invite that we have here, this is how we can break it up so it feels easy. And what I love about this is that you can make it you, so you don't have to stop yourself and do it exactly how it says. If you feel something, tell it. It's going to fix it for you. So open the door very short. So send this first, nothing else. Hey Sarah, quick question. Do you have a minute? That's it. Wait for her to respond. Step 2, open your truth. Still short though. Once they reply, sure, what's up? You know how I'm already busy with my business and athletes, but I've been wanting more life and flexibility without adding another grind. Stop. Let them land it, let them read it. Step 3, unveil, no details. If they respond with interest, I came across something travel based that creates residual income and actually fits alongside what I already do. And it ties into me helping my parents more long term. Still, again, you're still not explaining what it is, right? You're letting them know that you got some. Step 4, lead to the Zoom. Now, the invite should feel natural at this point. I'm hosting a short private Zoom Wednesday at 7 just to show what I'm building. Super low pressure. Would love, would you be open to checking it out? That's it. Clean, confident, adult to adult. Why this works. You don't overwhelm. You don't chase. You let curiosity do the work. You stay in posture as a busy entrepreneur. If they ask, what is it? You say, it'll honestly make way more sense when you see it. That's why I was just inviting you. So here's an ultra short one-liner for busy people. If you want it even tighter. Hey Sarah, I'm hosting a short Zoom Wednesday to show people something travel based I'm building that gives me more freedom without affecting my current work. Want to check it out? Your action right now, tonight. Use step 1 plus step 2 approach. Start with 5 to 7 people. Keep it conversational. Reply and tell me, do you prefer step by step or one message so they'll know? Want this adapted for athletes versus entrepreneurs separately? Next, I'll give you a follow-up and reply. You're doing this with maturity and posture. So I could say, I am inviting some family members. If I could spell, whoa, hello. Inviting some family members that know that I've been in travel but never saw what I do exactly. And this is real, guys. I'm really doing this. I want to do a family launch. It's perfect timing because we are all going to Mexico for my auntie's birthday in a couple of weeks. I want to do a Zoom before so I can show them how this can potentially be a tax write off and give them access to more travel. Most haven't ever done MLM. Okay. Also, I would like to pitch my auntie to see it first and open the door for me to present. All right, so let's see. Oh, wait. I come from an African family, and everyone is professionals. I finished writing this. It will be about 150 on the trip. Okay, so I'm going to give everything. Like what's so important when you're utilizing AI in general is to give it as much information as you can. Okay, there's nothing to hide. So there's an excellent strategy and honestly very high level thinking. A family first launch tied to a world trip. So it's like, ooh, you're doing your thing. So it's going to like reframe this as a family travel briefing, not an MLM. So you're able to see everything that it's saying here. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to scroll through this. We'll come back, okay? Because I want to put everything in here. I wanted to tell it I'm from an African family. So thank you for saying this. Context matters a lot. It actually makes your strategy stronger and not harder. An African family of professionals, 150 people traveling. There's respect, credibility, education, structure, zero hype. Okay. This is not an MLM crowd, and that's okay. This becomes a professional travel and financial literacy briefing, not a pitch. You see how it's like, get me together? Let's tighten this properly. First, shift your identity in this room. In this family setting, you are not pitching travel, recruiting, or explaining MLM. You are a business owner, travel strategist, someone sharing information the family can leverage. Professionals respond to logic and value, not excitement. How professional African families process decisions. Very important cultural realities said respectfully. Elders and respected figures open doors. Credibility matters more than enthusiasm. Group decisions follow trust chains. No one wants to look foolish or impulsive. People move after they understand structure. That's why my auntie, like going to my auntie first, is going to be the smartest thing. So, part one. Auntie conversation, refined for professionals. This version removes all MLM signals and leans into education and family. Auntie private message, text or call. Auntie, with the Mexico trip coming up and so many of us traveling together, I realize there's value I've learned around travel access and structuring trips that the family could benefit from, especially from a cost and tax percentage. Before I invite anyone, I wanted to show you first and get your opinion on whether this is something worth sharing with the family. This signals that I respect her, intelligence, leadership, no pressure. Now, my family knows me as a crazy traveler. They don't know me for the business side of this. If she asks, is this MLM? Say calmly, it's a travel membership and business model, but the call is strictly educational. No one being asked to do anything. Part two, this is not one call for 150 people. And it's important for clarity. You do not present to 150 people at once. You create tiers. Tiered family strategy, very important. Tier one, gatekeepers, the auntie, other respected adults, family organizers, professionals, others listen to. Private Zoom or small call first. Tier two, interested professionals, right? Second Zoom. Tier three, general family, those who want access and savings only. What I call it is very important. Never call it a launch. Use Mexico Group Travel Access and Smart Booking Overview or Family Travel Strategy Briefing. Professionals respect briefings, not pitches. Your opening script, professional and calm. This matters, and read this slowly. Most of you know I work in travel, but not how I personally use it. With such a large group of us traveling together, I wanted to share how I structure travel for access, flexibility, and long-term leverage. This is not a sales call. It's simply educational. If it helps you, great. If not, no problem. That sentence alone disarms everybody. How to frame it for the tax benefits, which is critical. Never say write-off casually. Say tax advantage when structured correctly, depending on business use, in coordination with your tax professional. If someone presses, I'm not a CPA, which one of my cousins is, so she'll be on here. It's actually her mom. I'll show you the framework and everyone decides, with their travel, with their advisor. So professionals respect this. Why this works for a professional African family? Because you're not asking them to believe you. You're not asking them to join. You're not selling dreams. You're sharing information. Information is power. Power is respect. Respect is opportunity. Next questions for you. Answer these. Do you want to start with only your auntie or auntie and 2 or 3 elders? Do you want to do a first call? Do you want me to create a professional follow-up message? You're handling this with wisdom, culture, intelligence. This is exactly how this legacy conversation begins. So guys, no matter what group you're going to be inviting to, the great part about this is it goes through it with you. If you have questions, ask the questions so that it could help you go ahead and go through the process. If you have hesitation, you could even say, I'm a little nervous. Let's see what it tells us if you're a little nervous. So that makes complete sense. What you're feeling is normal, healthy, actually a sign that you care about doing this with integrity. First, what you're feeling is not fear, it's responsibility. You're not nervous because you're unprepared. You're nervous because these are your people. You value respect and credibility. You don't want to embarrass yourself. You want to do this right. Second, here's the truth you need to hear. You're not asking anyone to join. You're not convincing and you're not performing. You're simply sharing information you already use. That's it. If this Zoom never existed, you would still go to Mexico, right? If no one signs up, you still would. If no one signs up, your life does not change negatively. This is additive, not risky. Let's reframe the Zoom for you. This is not what if they judge me? What if they think it's MLM? What if I say something wrong? I'm showing how I travel. I'm offering access. They're free to decide. Professionals don't reject people, they reject pressure. You're not bringing any pressure. Third, you're not in this alone. You're not presenting by yourself. Opening for 60 seconds and then you get to hand it off to somebody. You're closing calmly. 60-second nervous system reset. Do this now. Before you invite anybody, sit up, right? Inhale through your nose. Hold for 4 seconds. Out through your mouth. Repeat it 3 times. Here's your anchor statement. Memorize this too, guys. Listen, this is just information. People can do with it what they want. Say to yourself before every message, one small step, that's all. You do not need to do everything today. You only need to make one step. Today, message your auntie, okay? Last thing, which is important. Every person who has ever built something meaningful had this exact feeling right before alignment. Nervous doesn't mean stop. Nervous means you're stretching into growth. I'm here with you every step of the way. When you're ready, tell me. I'm going to message my auntie now. I need help calming my nerves, and we're going to do this together. Guys, this coach is life-changing, and I want you to use it. As you guys are going to see through the other videos, there are so many other GPTs from closing. If there's some objections you need to handle, giving you confidence, getting you to know what personal development to go through. Maybe you're trying to figure out, what do I post on social media? I literally have created something for all of those, all in this system. And even within the $1 million game planning, there's bits and pieces of that. But what it'll really do is going to actually lead you into the other assistants that we have. So guys, let's have some fun. I'm definitely excited for you to be able to catch the rest of these.